Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on two Florida teens that murdered a 14-year-old boy and left him to turn into a skeleton before his body was found.
These are offenses that are punishable by either life without parole or a possible death sentence. We believe that we will get an indictment and proceed with prosecution. We intend to see that they do not see the streets of this county or any other county again.
March 28th, 2021. It was just before 6 p.m. when 50-year-old Leslie Williams had her fiancé pull over on the side of the road. With their two grandkids in the back seat, she stepped into the rain with her camera, hoping to get a picture of the pretty pink plants known as the swamp azaleas that reminded her of her grandmother. Facing the woods, she looked back to her fiancé and said, "I'm gonna wind up stepping on a snake. I can smell one now." She was familiar with the smell of death that rattlesnakes put off, but still she pushed further into the woods. Only moments later, she'd call back to her fiancé as her words echoed through the forest. "There's a body down here." Her fiancé thought she was talking about a deer carcass, but she said, "No, there's a skull, and it's looking at me." Santa Rosa County sheriffs responded to a wooded area on Sandy Forest Road, finding a badly decomposed body. The skull was detached and completely naked as the skin was gone. The arms were still human, as a tattoo could be identified, but the chest was decomposed and looked as if burnt wood had laid upon it. From the waist down, everything was intact, from the pants to the untied boots. Postmortem fingerprints would identify the body, and now a sheriff had to face the mother of 14-year-old Cody Walker to tell her missing son had been found. Sheriffs made contact with Cody's mother and sister, as his father had passed away when he was young and his older sister died by suicide a few years ago. The younger sister told police Cody had left the house at 1:30 in the morning in her black slippers, saying he'd be right back and that he was going to go get something. She also said he left with $400 in cash. When asked who he left with, she named Isaiah, Katie, and Isaac. They made attempts to report him missing, but were told by the sheriffs they had to wait 72 hours, as sheriffs assumed he was just a runaway. The family was forced to make their own missing persons posters, sharing it through social media, and spreading the word around town. The day after Cody's body was discovered, investigators would find a single .40 caliber shell casing by where his body was found. Following an autopsy, the medical examiner spoke with the family, sharing the gruesome details of Cody's remains. His face was mostly skull, except for skin left around his mouth, leaving the examiner to believe his mouth.
Like, when do people find time to get away with shit like this? Like, somebody let me know in the comments, because I don't get that. If something like that happened in the city, man, I don't know, y'all. Y'all tell me what's up.
Had been taped shut before he was executed. The 14-year-old was shot point blank in the face and chest, a total of 3 times. Investigators looked into the names of those Cody left the house with. First identified was Katie Holmes, a then 29-year-old with an extensive criminal history. An interview would be conducted, and Katie would be listed as a
grown motherfuckers hanging with kids sound like
cooperating witness. Katie stated she was the girlfriend of 18-year-old Isaiah McCullers, who goes by the name Zay. She lived with him and his friend, 19-year-old Isaac Daniels, who went by the name Zoe. Katie claimed